Everyone, a warm welcome. I convey my thanks and gratitude to Dr. Mugul Sangma, our state in charge, Dr. Panu Bhuya. We have amongst us today Alfonso Almara, the contesting candidate of AITC from Williamnagar. We have Singhan M. Mara, Lahitsan Sangma, Nehru D. Sangma, Rumansan Mara, Clement Sangma, Vietnamese Sangma, Basen Marak, Jangman Marak, Anderson Sangma, Minglan K. Sangma, the District Mahila President, Benlis G. Mogan, the District Mahila Secretary, Rojivia D. Shiva, Helison B. Sangma, the Block President, and Dominica M. Sangma, the Block General Secretary. Well, before coming here, I had addressed a public meeting in Maa-Mati, and I'm truly honored as I see the winds of change are blowing in the great state of Meghalaya. With each visit, I'm more confident that Meghalaya Trinamool Congress, Meghalaya TMC, will be at the forefront of governance in Meghalaya. The kind of the number of people who has come in today's rally and participated in today's rally, it is a testament to the fact that Trinamool Congress is growing stronger with each passing day. We started our journey about 1 year back. We started our membership drive. Today we are a strong family of more than 5 lakh, 6 lakh members. 2 weeks back, we have released our 10 pledges for Meghalaya that we voted to power and Trinamool Congress forms the government. These are the 10 things that we will do. And you will be happy to know, out of the 10 pledges, more than 4 lakh women and my sisters, my mothers, they have registered with We card, that is Women Empowerment Card, and more than 4 lakh youth has registered themselves with the My scheme, Meghalaya Youth Empowerment Scheme. We challenged the NPP government who has run the state in the last 5 years to come out with their report card. All this while, all this years, they failed to come out with their report card. Only last time when our Honorable Chairperson challenged the leadership of NPP to come out with the report card, they actually came out with the report card with false information and false facts, which states that unemployment is at its all-time low in Meghalaya. I want to ask you, do you think unemployment is at low in Meghalaya? I want to ask you, do you think there has been enough development with regard to infrastructure, healthcare? The answer is no. 4 lakh unemployed youth have registered themselves with the My Youth Empowerment Card. That means they don't have job. There has been no healthcare facilities, there has been no medical colleges, there has been no new developmental project which has started in the last 5 years. Forget about new developmental project. The schemes that Dr. Mugul started or flagged off or announced when he was the Chief Minister was not even taken up or completed. It requires a government to be super extra incompetent to deliver such performance. Now this is the time, coming 27th of February, when you go out to your nearest polling station and exercise your voting right, you have to vote for a Meghalaya which will walk towards the all-round development of the state, which will not be plunged and mired in corruption and scams, which will think and envision a new future for your kids and the younger generation of this state, which will stand for the right of the people of the state of Meghalaya, which will protect the culture, the heritage, and the respect of this very soil, which will not go down or surrender or sell their spine and soul to the leaders in Delhi and Guwahati. You ask yourself, why would Meghalaya have a chief minister who will not go to the streets to protest against the anti-people policies of the central government run by the BJP? What is the point of Meghalaya having a chief minister who cannot stand for the right of the people of Meghalaya? What is the point of Meghalaya having a chief minister who will not take the street to stand by the people when prices of essential commodities are shooting through the roof? What is the point of Meghalaya having a chief minister who will not investigate a case when innocent farmers are being labelled as timber smugglers and 5 innocent farmers are killed by Assam police? Forget about investigation. Forget about arrest. Not even a notice has been sent to the perpetrators. Do you want a government like this? Do you want a chief minister like this? Who will not share, who will not hit the road, who will not stand for the people, who will not have the courage and guts and spine to stand for the people of the soil, to protect the culture and the heritage of this very soil? People who lived as resident of this state are now being forced to live as resident of another state because the CM never protested. You saw the land agreement of the border dispute. What happened? I would request you all, when you go and exercise your voting right, this is your time to teach them a lesson that they will remember for the rest of their life. This is your time. If you're voting for twin flowers, you're not just voting to uproot the corrupt, inept and incompetent, inefficient NPP and BJP government out of power. You're not just voting to oust the MDA alliance out of power. You're voting for your family's future, for next 5 years of brighter future for Meghalayans. You're voting to ensure that every Meghalayan gets their right. We have declared that we have laid out our promises in form of 10 pledges that were announced when we released the manifesto. We have very clearly said that Trinamool once voted to power every single household, especially the women. Every woman from a family, from every family covering entire state, will be given 1,000 rupees as a monthly financial assistance and 12,000 rupees annually. We have implemented and executed this in Bengal. If we are able to do it in Bengal, we will do it in Meghalaya. We doesn't belong to a flock who says, give us a chance and we will prove ourselves. We say, take accountability of what we have done. Go through the good work that we have done in Bengal. See with your own eyes. Then you go and cast your vote. That means, first we are giving you our report card. First we are giving you what we have done in the last 5 years. I challenge the NPP government to come out with their report card. We will come out with our report card. Let Dr. Sangma be here and Conrad be on the other side of the dais. I challenge Conrad Sangma from this very stage. If you have the guts and courage, instead of misleading the people at large, come with facts and figures. Come with your report card that what you have done in the last 5 years, you're accountable to the people of this state. Let people see your report card. You claim to have run a double engine government in the last 5 years. You have got all assistance from the center. Still the healthcare is in shambles. The infrastructure of the state is in doldrums. There are no medical colleges, no new engineering colleges, no universities, no doctors in the hospital, no teachers in the school. This is the Meghalaya you all dreamt of 5 years back when you voted. This time when you vote, you have to keep in mind that what Trinamool has done in the last couple of years. We don't have a single member of parliament from Meghalaya. Still we have made it a point to raise the inclusion of Khasi and Gado languages in the 8th schedule of the constitution thrice in the last 1 year. NPP with MPs, with state government, with power in state government, with so many might and vigor, they have not raised this issue even once in the parliament in the last 4.5 years. Trinamool in the last 1 year has protested both inside the house and outside the house, has raised this issue, flagged this issue, and let me assure you, once the government is formed, this is my word as the General Secretary of the party to all of you, to each and every one present here in today's rally, that we will ensure that Khasi and Garo languages are included in the 8th schedule of Constitution, and we will fight till the last drop of our blood. This election is not just an election to exercise your voting right. This is an election not just to protest. This is an election not just to elect. This is an election to punish. To punish the corrupt, inept, inefficient NPP government who compromised with your faith, who sold your faith, who doesn't have the courage, spine and vigor to stand for you. You ask yourself, isn't it shameful for each one of us who are deciding in the state that we have a chief minister under whose nose innocent Meghalayas are being killed, and the chief minister doesn't have the guts, doesn't have the courage to take the perpetrators to task, to arrest the police officers who opened fire on innocent civilians for no reason. Like Meghalaya shares its border with Assam, West Bengal also shares its border with states like Jharkhand, Odisha and Bihar. Will the state government from Bihar, Jharkhand or Odisha will have the guts to open fire on people of Bengal? Dare they do? The answer is no. You know why? Because they have a chief minister who has the courage to fight and stand for the people of that state. Her name is Mamata Banerjee. If Bengal can do, why can't Meghalaya? Meghalaya also can do. Now Meghalaya doesn't need a puppet or a coward who will only think about himself, who will only think about his own party people, and who will only think about his family members. Meghalaya needs a true leader. Meghalaya doesn't need a puppet. Meghalaya doesn't need a coward. Meghalaya needs a true leader who, irrespective of all odds, will go beyond his way, walk that extra mile to stand by the people of this state. Come what may, he'll not go down, he'll not sell his spine, he will not be cowed down by BJP or NPP. So it is time we decide that in the next election, when we go out and vote, we not just vote for twin flowers to ensure that Trinamool Congress candidates, TMC candidates is voted to power. We vote to ensure 5 years of brighter future for every Meghalayan. We vote to ensure that in the days to come, Meghalaya will bring back glory, its lost glory. In the days to come, Meghalaya will stand with its head held high. Meghalaya will prove its mettle to the world. Meghalaya will prove its might to the rest of the country. Why will Meghalaya be perceived as a small state? Tell me. Why will Meghalaya be neglected all these years? Why will Meghalayans be neglected all these years? This is time you start thinking about yourself. So every vote to TMC is a vote against the 5 years of misrule, 5 years of distrust, 5 years of conning you, and 5 years of looting you. You ask yourself, Meghalaya is perhaps the only state in the country where you don't have a single medical college. Last 5 years of double engine government and the state doesn't have a single medical college. Shillong Medical College is only existing in paper, and Tura Medical College, it was announced, but it's still the construction is still in doldrums. So nothing has seen the light of the day. You know how many medical colleges are there in Bengal? There are 23 medical colleges, and Bengal has 23 districts. So if West Bengal has 23 districts and it has 23 medical colleges, How many districts does Meghalaya have? 12, right? So going by that logic, how many medical colleges should the state have? 12. You don't have a single medical college. Yesterday I was doing a rally. I was addressing a gathering in South Tura in the Chief Minister's own home turf and constituency. As the sun started to set and darkness started to plunge in, I was telling Dr. Mukul that is this Conrad's own constituency where he hails as an MLA? Dr. Mukul said yes. I was surprised and taken aback because a CM who is failing to bring development, lights, basic civic amenities, infrastructure, healthcare, who doesn't have the capacity and ability to put some street lights in his own constituency, how is he supposed to bring development to the state? This is a question you need to ask each one of you before you go out and exercise your franchise. A chief minister who is unable to bring development to his own assembly constituency, how will he bring development to the state? How will he bring development to the rest of the Meghalaya? How will he bring development to Ghana? How will he bring development to Jaipia and Khasi? He won't be able to. Enough. Enough of misgovernance. Enough of loot. And enough of siphoning funds and playing with people's trust. It's time you have to make them understand in the language. You have to make them understand in the language they understand. You have to teach them a lesson that they will remember for the rest of their life. That 5 years they played with your emotion. 27th of February when you go and exercise your voting right, NPP should be uprooted in a way that NPP will think 100 years before conning you again. Before going to you again. 5 years back the mandate was different. 5 years back, NPP was not given the mandate. Congress eventually emerged as the single largest party. Whoever is sitting on this dais, including me and my chairperson, we all hail from Congress. We all started our journey with the Congress. But when you have to take on NPP and BJP's unholy alliance and the kind of strength and might they have, you can't just fight by giving lectures. You have to hit the ground, stand with the people. And if you have fire in the belly, and if you want to take on their might, then Trinamool Congress is the general and organic platform of choice for everyone. So if you are voting for Congress, that means one vote to the Congress is a vote vested. One vote to the Twin Flowers and TMC is a vote against the inept NPP government, and one vote to TMC is a vote for brighter Meghalaya. So ask yourself, the next 5 years, what do you want to see? A brighter future for Meghalaya, or Meghalaya duped and plunged in scams and corruption? I want to ask each one of you, what do you envision for Meghalaya in the next 5 years? A brighter future, or a chief minister who has looted the state, who has looted your money? Trinamool Congress wants to give you your right, and NPP wants you to deprive you of your right. So you have to make your mind this time that it's now or never. And Trinamool Congress is the only party which is taking and fighting with BJP no matter what. I assure you, till the last drop of our blood will fight for your right. Till the last drop of our blood will fight for the prosperity and development and holistic and all-round development of the state. But will not let you be duped. This time, we have to commit to ourselves that Meghalaya will no more bow down, will no more bow his head before the leaders sitting in the ivory towers of Guwahati and Delhi. Meghalaya will envision its future by voting for true Meghalayans who has the courage to stand for its own people. Meghalaya in the days to come will be ruled by Meghalayans, not by Delhi, not by Gujarat, or not by people sitting in Guwahati and Assam. Garo will be ruled by Garo, and Meghalayans will be ruled by Meghalayans. I have the courage as a General Secretary of the party to come and say this in open. Will Conrad Sangma has the courage and spine to say this, that Meghalaya will be ruled by Meghalayans, not by people sitting in Delhi. You know what will happen next day? ED will send him a notice. CBI will send him a notice. How many notices has ED and CBI sent me? Dozens of notices. But we have not budged an inch from our fight. This is the difference between other parties and Trinamool. Trinamool will not play with your emotions. If you are giving your trust, your love, your affection, your unwavering faith and support to Trinamool, Trinamool will treasure that and will not let you down in any way. This is my commitment to you. But this time, you have to give a commitment to all of us. That this time, you have to show what Meghalaya is capable of. What Meghalayans are capable of. What Garo is capable of, what Khasi is capable of, what Jaintia is capable of. So what will you do? 27th, you have 12 days in hand. 12 days, 24 hours a day. 480 hours. I promise you, you give us next 12 days of your life, and the next 5 years of us, we will give to you, and we will fight till the last drop of our blood to ensure that you are not deprived of your right, and we stand by you no matter what. So vote for Trinamool Congress, vote for Twin Flowers, and like the flower has blossomed and bloomed, let there be development. Let's strive towards bringing the lost glory back for Meghalaya and every Meghalayans, and work towards the all-round holistic development of the state. So vote for, louder. You have to show the people sitting in Gujarat, sitting in Delhi, sitting in Guwahati, that how strong Meghalayans are and what they can do. Tomorrow you have a lot of other leaders coming for elections. Let them hear your voice. Roar louder when you roar. Vote for, raise your voice louder with both your fists and hand up in the sky. Vote for, this side. Vote for, I can hear the ones who are standing at the back. Vote for. You both your hands up in the sky. Vote for. Louder, vote for. Louder, vote for. One more time, with all your might and vigor and strength. Vote for. Jai Hind, Jai Meghalaya. Glory to this beautiful state, Mithala. Thank you.